Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to solve one more DSA question, and this question is a little complicated. That's why I decided to make a complete video of it rather than making a YouTube short. Let's understand the question. So the question is that we have to find sum of all odd length subarrays. So what is odd length subarrays? Suppose this is our input. So the odds number are, as we all know, that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are the odd numbers. So what we have to do, we have to find all the possible subarrays from this array with a length of an odd number. So you can see that these all subarrays 1, 4, 2, 5 and 3. These all subarrays from this array includes only one element. So this is odd number. Now if you go with these, so these have three elements each, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5 and 2, 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, 4, 2, 5 and 2, 5, 3. These are the subarrays from this array having a odd number length. And 1, 4, 2, 5, 3 because it's a total 5 number and 5 is an odd number. So the whole array itself is a subarray with a length of an odd number. We have to plus all these numbers to find out the final output, which in this case is 58. So how can we solve it? Let's find out. So there are several ways to approach this problem. I will show you one of the way which is quite simple. I won't say that it is an optimized solution, but it will give you a clear idea of how to approach this problem. So basically we want to create all these subarrays from this array. So what we will do, we will run two loops. Outer loop will run on element by element, and the inner loop will pick that outer loop element and make the possible sub pairs from that element. How? We will see. Okay, so let's see how it is possible with an example. So first we have an x, which is the outer loop variable. Now you can see that. Okay, and it is currently on 1. Then we have another loop which will start from the same value. So you can see that our first sub array is ready, 1, 1. Now you can see that with 1 there is one more possible sub array, which is 1, 4, 2, because the next odd number is 3. So the first odd number was 1 and the next odd number is 3. So we want all these 3 elements because it starts from 1 and our currently x variable is on 1. So we will make all the possible pairs which are possible using this 1 in this loop. So now what we will do in order to create these 3 a pair to make this sub array is that we will increase this y by 2. So now you can see that this y is on now 1, 4 and 2. This y is on our third element of this array, and now you can see that this is our sub array. Now what we will do, we will plus 2 again in this y in the inner loop. So you can see that now 1, 4, 2, 5, 3 is created, and this is one more possible sub array which is possible including this 1. Now what we will do, we will increase this by 1. So now this x is on 4, and now what we will do, because the inner loop will start again and this inner loop will start from here. Okay, so now you can see that this sub array is created. Now using this 4 there is one more sub array which is possible, which is 4, 2 and 5. So what we have to do, we have to just increase it by 2, and you can see that now we will extract this array. Now using 4 there is no more sub arrays which are possible. So now what we will do, because now if we plus 2 here, it will go out of the array length. So what will happen, that this loop will run, the outer loop will run again, and now it is on this 2. Okay, and this y will again come back to this 2. Now if you see that this sub array is created, and using this sub array there is one more possible sub array which is 2, 5, 3. So if you plus 2 here, so you can see that 2, 5 and 3. If you plus, now x is now on 5, now you can see that there is no sub array because we want sub arrays with odd length, and 2 is not an odd number. And if you plus 1 again, it's now on 3, and we already created 3 on the first loop. So this will be our approach, and now I will show you how to write code for it. It is very simple once you understand the main logic behind this problem. Now you can see that I have wrote the same code which I explained you a while ago. So this is our length, we are saving it in our array, and this is a total sum variable. So we will just return it. Now we have these two loops which I was talking about, I and j, you can call it x and y, and this loop will run on each element, while this loop will start from the same index as of I, but it will increase by 2 because it's an odd length. So we need 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like that. Now what I am doing actually is that I am taking this array, I am slicing it. Why I am using the slice function? Because the slice function does not change the actual array. Now what I am doing, I am actually slicing that particular part from that array, which we have seen that, like, if the cursor is on x, which is 1, and the second cursor, which is j, is on 2. So we want this 1, 4, 2, and we want to extract it from this array so we can sum it. So what we are doing, we are using array.slice, which will actually select this array from this complete array, and then we are using reduce to calculate the total sum of that particular subarray, and then we are saving it in the total sum, and then at the end we are returning it. So if you go to the terminal and run node script.js, you will find 58, which should be the answer. The thing is that you can solve it using a single loop, because currently if you calculate the big O notation, so here the big O notation is O n square. Okay, so if you calculate the big O notation, the big O notation is O n square, because every time there is an increase of array length, the loop will be increased by a square. But you can solve it using single for loop. So this is a little exercise for you, and you can comment the solution down below. This is an intermediate level question, and if the interviewer wants to test your data structure knowledge, he might give you this question. So if you have any query about this question, you can ask in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.